Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain why we should stop copy pasting code, okay, and why we should think of writing clean code or reusable, okay, and I'm going to show you a live demo of that in a sample Excel file, okay, and I have received that file from someone else, but this is a good example why we should stop copy pasting VBA code or any other code. Let's get into the video. In this Excel file, we do have a sheet module with lots of code actually, but I do have only one sub in this particular sheet module. If you look at this and if you look at this, then I don't have any sub as well. So you can see that we do have only one sub. And if you look carefully, then if you go into the end, you'll see that this sub just 2040 line long sub. Why I'm saying that we should stop copy pasting code? Let me explain. If you look carefully, then you see that we do have sheets, and then one is copying unprotect password equals to SA136 and so on, right? If you look carefully, then in this 6 line, we're just copy pasting the code. We're just saying for this particular sheet do this unprotect, for this particular sheet do this unprotect, for this particular sheet do this unprotect stuff, right? So we're just copying this code and then we're just changing that, okay, instead of this sheet name it should be another sheet. So that's why I'm saying that we shouldn't do this. What we should do is we should create a sub that will do the unprotecting stuff, or you can just pass this all of this worksheet, and that particular worksheet will accept that worksheet's name as an array and just get the particular sheet and do the unprotecting stuff in a loop, not just duplicating code like copy pasting code. Okay, that's one example. Let me give a really bad example. So if you look at this, if target equals to 1, we do have else if target equals to 2, we do have else if target equals to 3. And let me show you the difference between these two. Okay, so especially let me show you between this 2 and 3, then you will understand properly. So if I go into the diff checker and if I just put this, so this is for the target equals to 2, and let me just show you this is for target equals to 3. And let's find the difference. Now if you look at this difference carefully, so you can see only difference is this one, 2 or 3, okay, and another difference is this. You can see it's started 29 to 30, and then for this else if target equals to 3, it's 29 to 31. So if we look carefully, then you can see that okay, it's always starting at 29 and it's going off this -1. So like 29, then 2 up, that is 31, -1, that is 30. For this one, this is 3, so 29 plus 3, that is 32, -1, that is 31. And if you look at carefully in this section, so whatever we have in this 30 plus 1, that is 32. So you can see that the coder is just copy pasting the previous target code and just changing this stuff, that okay, I'm calculating this, that okay, start at 29 and then it will go like 29 plus 2 minus 1, that is 30. And then 31 to 88, and in this section he is just changing that 29 to 31 and then 32 to 88. So you can see the user is just copy pasting the same code from the top if condition or conditional, and then he's just changing those stuff. So that's another place where user is duplicating codes or copy pasting code, so we shouldn't do that. Another inner example, if you look at this, he's just copy pasting this part of the code, okay, so this part of the code and this part of the code, only difference. So let me just copy this part and let me paste it here, and for this one let me copy paste this one. So if you look at this part, the only difference is that sheet name, okay, nothing else. So the same thing, dot rows 29 to 30, entire row dot hidden, rows 31 to 88, entire row dot hidden. So here that coder is also duplicating code, that means he is copy pasting code and just changing that sheet name, okay, nothing else. So this shouldn't be done as well. We should have another sub or something like that which will do this, and you can just call that particular sub that okay, hide sheet or hide rows of sheet, and then you can just pass the worksheet name, okay. So that's another place that we should forbid, that you shouldn't copy paste this code just for the sake of easiness. You should think clearly that okay, we should have a sub that will do this particular stuff for this part, and you can just pass this worksheet name as a parameter for that one, or you can consider that passing all the worksheet name as an array and then do the stuff on that. So do a looping on the array of the worksheet name and then get the worksheet name, and then just do this, take this parameter as what should be the starting what should be the target value, what should be the end value, and so on. So we should consider how can we create a reusable code and how can we reduce duplicates. Okay, so that's another stuff on this particular coding example. And I think there is 60 condition and the user is just duplicating code, and this particular code is going super big, right? You can see this is so far is 1400 line of code. So instead of this 1400 line of code, I think we could just reduce this to maybe 20 or 30 line of code, and it will do the same thing that it is doing right now. So consider that. Okay, don't copy paste code unless it's really necessary or if it's entirely different. Okay, consider creating a smaller and reusable sub procedure. And if you look at this code carefully, then you will find this in multiple places. Like even if I just do this, you can see that even if I find this, then you will see that I have this same code in multiple places. I could just create a sub that, okay, unprotect scoping thing and just call that and do this unprotecting stuff on that particular sub. It's the same line of code. You can just call that particular sub. So that's another place that user is just copy pasting the code from the top or from the bottom. So I'd suggest you to watch carefully, think before writing any line of code. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any thoughts or comments on this, and consider subscribing so that we can reach to more people. Have a good day.